an engineer, a computer programmer, and a filmmaker, the three pillars of the universe. They have formed a consultant firm, and each episode they are contracted to solve the world's greatest problems. This is Important Business.
All right, I'm ready when you guys are. I got the hot water.
Cool. All right.
Welcome back to the Fancy Wolf podcast.
Are you going to do it?
Quarantine edition. No. What? No.
No? Ryan introduced one once.
Did he? I don't even know the intro.
There isn't. I wrote something down way back and I change it, I think, every time.
Probably.
Yeah, just I think I did what you do and then did. Welcome back to Fancy Wolf's podcast.
Hall of Fame.
Just welcome back, everyone. This is episode 15 of Fancy Wolf's podcast, Important Business. I'm your host, Cameron Kennedy, and alongside me today, I'm joined by my co-host, Taylor Robinson.
Howdy, folks.
And Ryan Koliakvo.
Hey, how's it going?
You didn't mention this is quarantine edition.
No, I was about to say, if someone's real observant, noticed that we're not in the same room. Because, we're not quarantined, but
self-isolating.
You guys are self-isolating. I am somewhat self-isolating.
What do you mean, you guys? What do you mean, you people?
I didn't say you people. I like that there's a close-up on both of you guys now, and I like also that when Ryan, look at Taylor right now. Oh, fuck. Okay, it looked like you were looking at him judgingly before. The things are flipped for me when I'm looking at them.
Right.
But yeah, regardless, so we're separated right now for the first time. First time we're recording remotely.
Yeah.
Which I thought it would be much longer before we would ever do that if we had to.
Yeah.
What have you guys been up to this week?
This week? Man, I got some crazy stories if you guys are ready.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
So, crazy story number one, gave my cat a bath today.
Okay, I meant more related to the actual. What have you been up to?
Crazy story number two, the actual crazy one. So yesterday, Sammy, my girlfriend, and I decided to go do garbage pickup because we were like, hey, that's good for the community and we need to be away from people anyway. So let's go off and just pick up trash in public and stuff like that. So we were across from the superstore near her place. And while we're picking up garbage, we start hearing some yelling and we look and there is an argument going on, a very loud argument, where one guy is flooring it straight at another dude and fucking hits him with his car. So we just witnessed this man.
Wait, say that again.
I can tell you weren't listening.
I was waiting for the part where it would like get into the shit going down and it just came out of nowhere. What was it?
Yeah, we were just looking and he's yelling and this guy drives like away from him, slams it in reverse and floors it at this guy who's yelling at him going, hit me, like pulling some Joker shit, like where he's like, hit me, come on,
so
hit
he's
me.
not in a car.
No. He's standing there.
So you saw someone get hit by a car.
So he floors it at the guy and just before hitting him slams the brakes. So he was going like pretty slow by the time he hit him, but it was loud enough that me across the street, like easily 60, 70 feet away, heard the impact.
Oh my God.
He then starts driving around the parking lot a ton. He comes back around. The dude seemed fine.
I was in the parking lot.
I thought it was a hit and run. I did not expect he's coming back.
Sorry,
again.
yeah, right. This is in the parking lot for the superstore because we're.
No. I meant like I thought they were gonna hit them and drive away.
No, I know, right? No, that's what I thought too. No, because I was like, shit, I gotta get over there so I can see his license plate. No, he circles around like a shit ton through the parking lot, and then eventually comes back like 30 seconds after circling around, and they're running at him. Like they are now charging him, the people on feet, and the like girlfriend of the guy who got hit takes a fucking big rock or a brick and throws it right at the windshield. It bounces off and doesn't seem to do anything, but it was right on it. He drives away, and I'm just like, I don't know, like I gotta call 911. We just witnessed like that's an assault with a deadly weapon, hitting someone with your car. Anyway, so I look over, and right then, the guy's like driving out of the far end of the parking lot. I can't see where it leads. Fucking cop cars like moving it. Like not his lights on, but he's moving pretty fucking quick. And I'm like, this isn't a coincidence. Like someone must have called it in already. There's no way there's a cop car perfectly right here. So I don't bother waving him down. Anyway, he keeps driving, and sure enough, the guy who hit the guy with his car comes around the corner. They see each other, and he starts waving the cop down. Like, hey, I have to report a crime. He thinks he's in the right. He brings the cop over to where those people are still standing in the parking lot. And he gets fucking arrested because he hit the man with his fucking car. Like, how dumb is this guy? He flags down the cop. He honestly thought he was in the right.
That's it. You know, where teachers or parents would be like, okay, say now and we won't get mad.
Yeah, right? Like I was also like the dude in his truck who got out, or SUV or whatever it was, the guy, the hit and run type dude, and the other two people. The second this cop gets out of the car, it's one dude, it's one cop.
Right.
Oh, they're like on top of him, like yelling their side of the story. And the cop just gets out of the car and screams, "You all need to get back." Because it's like, it's 1 against 3, and they're all clearly extremely aggressive. Like, how did they think that was the right approach? Like, I'm honestly surprised he didn't draw his weapon on them. Like, they were like on him. I was like, man, like, there's no way any of these people is their first time dealing with the law if this is how they think you solve disagreements. Like, how do they not know that's a horrible idea to just come running at a cop screaming? Like, no, please don't.
I was not that. To me, that story. Ryan looks unbothered by it.
Ryan doesn't care.
Whatever.
Ryan lived in Yarmouth.
Ryan sees people get hit by cars back and forth. I do want to talk about Yarmouth later a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
Yeah. Oh, also, what I was going to say is I didn't tell you guys about it yesterday. I have a video of the girlfriend or wife or whatever running at the car and chucking the brick or rock or whatever it was at the window. You can see it bounce off the windshield.
Oh, we can insert that now. But yeah, Ryan, what have you been up to during your? Because you're okay. So both of you, we should clarify, because of the coronavirus, both of you are working at home.
Yeah,
correct.
I am still going into work. I'm currently one of 2 people at work, and I have a whole floor to myself, so I don't interact with people. I'm isolated. I'm isolated in 2 different buildings,
right.
Home and work.
Ryan just told me before the call actually that he hadn't showered in 3 days.
Have you showered today?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was wondering if you were recording.
This is the end of the 3 days.
Okay. Wow. Actually, well, I don't think I did yesterday.
It's because I've never had a time where I'm like home for 3 days straight.
Well,
I guess.
Yeah. I've had that every so often. I'm like, if I'm sick.
Yeah.
Or if I'm working from home on like a weekend or something.
Yeah.
Where it's not like for my actual job, but if I'm doing work for something at home. But yeah, that's fucking nuts.
No, my stuff, I didn't do anything as crazy as that. Did you get the trash at least? Did you continue picking up trash?
Oh yeah, we picked up a decent amount of trash.
Good, good.
Oh yeah, and I guess to finish off the story, we didn't bother giving a statement because the entire fucking parking lot witnessed it, and I watched like at least a dozen completely unrelated people go over being like, "Do you need me to say anything?" So I was like, all right, they've got enough. I'm sure.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been a witness to something? Like,
I don't know. I don't think so.
I once, when I was walking home, I didn't, but I stayed a while to see if I should until someone came over to check on the people in the vehicles. I thought, oh, I probably should have done that instead.
Right.
But what happened was there was a vehicle. There's 3 vehicles, each driving a little too close to each other and only going at like 50, 40. Like they weren't going fast. They were going like a normal speed, if not slower.
Right.
But just enough that when the first one braked, the other one behind it slammed on its brakes and got real close. But the other one behind it, it wasn't enough time, and it bumped into that one, pushed the car forward, which hit the one in front of it. And I was shocked at how like the collisions were so slow that I saw both of them. One after the other, but it still destroyed the front bumper on the one in the middle.
Oh yeah.
In the back one on the front. And I stood there for a second thinking like, is this enough that I should stay here? Because this was like, I directly saw both collisions happen. Like, Everybody should be around for that. But then, yeah, someone came and actually checked on them. I thought, okay, so there's someone actually
Yeah.
here that.
Yeah,
can
that's what I
take
was
care of it.
wondering. If I see something, it's like, is it enough
Yeah.
that I have to stay?
Oh, the grow capsule thing. Yeah, we
I
can
just
also-
realized I went to go drink from the water and was like, "Why is my water so hot?" It's
I
'cause
feel
it's
like we
the
should
hot water for
acknowledge the fact that both episode 13, 14, which came before this. So yeah, this I think I mentioned this episode 15, right?
this. I don't know.
Um,
15.
I may have called this 14. I don't know.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, idiot.
But I also missed part of the intro, but we're way past that now. I almost guessed at both episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grow capsule thing. Also, I was talking to our friend Bill about it. I don't think people are a fan of this segment.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they aren't because, for one, they mention they don't remember what we chose at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
When we
Yeah.
get to the end, and they can't see any of it.
So what I'm hearing
Yeah.
is we need to make it more memorable. Okay, so we need to come up with a reason why we choose the animal that we do.
I think what we need to
Sure.
do is make it a separate thing. We buy hundreds, if not thousands, and we drop them in a tub, and
Mm.
we each take a bet. We each choose a animal, and whichever one has the most.
Oh, we're gonna count them after.
I guess the counting. I guess it's not a good video either.
Yeah, that
It
sounds
just sounded more
awful.
exciting picturing a whole bathtub filled with them.
I
um,
volunteer my bathtub
Yeah, I'm
because
not.
we usually record here anyway, so we'll just do it
Yeah.
here.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
nothing
so
in
what?
this for-
It's a yellow pill. Not that that really matters.
it doesn't matter. Show me the back of the box.
Doesn't matter.
Can you guys see the box well?
Fucking, I'm gonna go with hippo. I'm going with hippo.
Right.
I'll go with zebra.
Okay. Cameron's a hippo, a hungry hippo. Ryan's a zebra because he's got stripes.
Because I chose zebra
get to
striped
that.
flooring in Animal Crossing today.
We'll get to that.
Oh.
We'll get to Animal Crossing.
Well, I'm
But I just wanted to mention
lion
that's why I
'cause
chose
lions are
zebra.
yellow. So
What did you choose, Taylor? Sorry.
lion because they're yellow and this
Okay.
pill's yellow. So
Okay. I just wish we could do it right away. I hate the waiting till the end.
I mean, it's
If
hot
it's
enough
real
water that
hot.
it probably won't take that long.
Yeah, but remember last time when we tried
Actually,
to
it's just
speed it
barely
up
warm
and-
now because we waited a while. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
fuck it.
Um.
We'll do it live.
I'll rip
as
the
we
pill in
we
half.
could have done this live. I was considering doing this live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like if we went straight to YouTube with it, maybe because we're using streaming software.
Yeah, but we usually have to cut stuff out because we're throwing
Well,
all
if we
our
just were
personal info.
smart about it.
Pretty unprofessional.
Which I mean, speaking of the streaming thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just remind me of something. But yeah, Ryan, you've been considering streaming.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
you're
I was
stuck
even
at
thinking
home.
about it because I have my Switch set up here too.
Yeah, you're thinking about it for
Uh,
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, just goofing around.
I think, and part of why I thought of this because this is a joke I thought of about maybe I don't know 30 minutes before I joined the video call.
Yeah.
Is I think you should stream. Just a sec. This joke's not gonna be worth it.
What's going on?
What is happening?
Keep it
You're
going.
back in.
Yeah, keep this joke going. It's worth it.
Now I forget how to play this, and this hasn't been used in 2 months. So nope,
What?
nope. Do you know what I'm trying to get at, Ryan?
No.
Fuck, I forget how to play it. But you should. I think you should stream Uncharted 4.
Fuck, that's what it was. I knew it was like familiar.
I was
Oh,
trying
wow,
to
I
get at
had
it. Also,
no
think
idea
was
what that
very
was.
tuned, but I also forget how to play it.
Yeah, true. That would be fun.
Oh, I hear now.
I don't know. But regardless, yeah, I think you should do that because you
It was well worth it.
enjoy those games.
Yeah.
And you never finished 4. Do you own it?
No, I didn't. I
Do
don't
you own
know.
4? Oh, you were thinking. I thought you were just zoned out. I can't
No,
tell
I
now
was
that
thinking.
now that we're on webcams. Like I can't tell what people are looking at.
If I'm looking at something else, or if I'm
Yeah.
I got my windows open, so I see dogs walking by all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So I always whip over to them.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
Yeah.
I think you should stream all the stuff that we wanted you to play and you refused to because you were either playing Smash or Overwatch.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, back then he was playing COD, wouldn't he have been? Uncharted 4?
In 2016?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because
Black Ops
Overwatch and Uncharted 4 were up for Game of the Year the same year, I
Mm.
think.
True.
So I think Ryan was playing Overwatch. COD. When's the last time you got really into a COD?
Black Ops.
Black Ops 3, which was like
Really?
2015.
Okay. Yeah, I think you should do that one. I've been considering doing The Last of Us because I've never finished that. I've started it a good 4 or 5 times. Gotten a third of the way into halfway, but
Squad
Never did.
something.
Squad.
Squad up.
Good. That's what I was thinking. If we started a Twitch channel, just a Fancy Wolf one, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Leave a comment down in the comment section below if you'd like us to start a Twitch channel.
Oh yeah.
Or
Especially
Mixer.
now.
Mixer, if you're
Like,
listening and
subscribe.
want to like sponsor us or whatever.
Mixer. We'll do a Mixer deal. We don't
No,
care.
it's gonna
Yeah,
hurt to actually
we'll
go out
sell
and do
out. We'll
stuff.
sell out Mixer.
So,
We live. I shouldn't say that actually. Every so often I go to make a reference to something, I realize like, oh, I can get us doxxed pretty easily.
this is why we can't do
What were you
YouTube
gonna-
streaming.
What were we gonna?
No,
what were we
because
gonna
I'm
say?
thinking about it ahead. You know, okay, I'm talking about streaming. Who do you think I'm talking about?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious. So do you think you're actually gonna? Oh, and also, are you ready to do that? I sent you that drawing challenge thing.
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my notebook right here. my
Okay,
drawing
I
book.
forgot which day. Does that start the 23rd?
Monday, yeah.
So are you gonna? What are you gonna post that on?
Instagram.
Instagram?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? You can do both.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Though I'm wondering, are you gonna stick with Joke Master?
I know, I'm just like I don't know which one to use anymore.
I feel like you should have an actual thing going.
Yeah.
Because Joke Master is garbage, but not like your other one's any better. One's dead and the other is like dead, but every so often comes back as a zombie.
What of Ryan's actual Twitter?
So his Twitter accounts, yeah. Yeah, I think you should start that because that's in a few days, right? Was
Tomorrow.
it 20? Tomorrow it starts.
Yeah.
And what was the thing for the first day?
Bloom.
Bloom. So you're going to start drawing it tomorrow?
Yeah. I guess that's how it works, right?
Yeah, I think you can do a bunch ahead of time if you wanted to.
That's true. No, I'll do them on the day of.
Okay. I mean,
Some
you
of them will be rushed. Some of them will be detailed.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, what else have you guys been up to now that you're stuck?
Finally started playing video games again.
Oh yeah, because I mean, explain to people why.
I got tendonitis like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I don't really remember. Actually, like 2 years ago now.
Probably 2 years.
never-
It's been a long time.
Yeah, so I had tendonitis throughout both my wrists, down the thumbs specifically, and I haven't really been able to play games. But now that I actually have ergonomic equipment at my work and went to physio a bunch, I can play games again.
Oh yeah. So you've been
Um,
what have you been up to with that?
Basically, just playing the new COD Warzone. That's
Yeah?
basically it. Yeah, I've been playing a ton of that. Bought the Battle Pass today.
Oh,
um,
you actually bought that. So
Yeah,
you're
I mean it was like $13, so I figured why not.
13 because we're in Canada, probably, right?
Yeah, 13.50 CAD. It's probably
Yeah.
like $10. I'm assuming US.
Usually things seem to be like that, yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, like, it's a fun game. I like it a lot. Today, specifically, there was a ton of like server issues and everyone was lagging out. But outside of that, considering how new it is and 150 people in the lobby, it was pretty flawless.
Right. I've been having. I played maybe what 2-3 matches.
Right. Yeah.
Ren, you've played probably more
5.
than that. Yeah.
6, 7.
Gonna keep going.
He's playing right now. He just keeps losing. It's just going up.
Yeah. It seems fun. I just have the issue. there's some little things to me that feel like they need to be ironed out.
Right.
I feel like they can't do until people start playing it, because you need 150 play testers.
Yeah.
And getting that many in general is fucking nuts. But imagine doing it where it's like, okay, no, there's probably millions of people that are swapping between there. And so I think there's little things I just want ironed out a little bit. Like when I first popped in the first time, like the little tutorial that they have, it explains like, oh, this is how money works. And that was it. And I popped into the actual thing. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like I'm flying out the ground.
It never mentions the whole like gulag, like you dying and thrown in a prison.
Yeah, I did not know what that was.
It's a Call of Duty Battle Royale game, and we you start off, you're flying out the ground, you're in first person, you get down there, and there's some stuff to do with contracts and mission stuff, which is not normal for this type of thing.
Yeah.
But then you also start having stuff like, okay, I died. I thought like, okay, that's it. But no, then I come back and I'm dragged into an old like prison.
Yeah.
And then you can fight to the death to come back. And then there's a bunch of ways people can keep coming back.
Yeah. Well, there's two. You can be bought back if your teammates get enough money.
Yeah.
Or you can come back if you have that gulag one-on-one fight to the death and you win. It honestly reminded me of like what was it, friggin' Batman in Dark Knight Rises being in that prison underground. Like it didn't really look like it, but it was the same idea where
you get the whole thing of like all the concrete and the bars and the light coming through the ceiling and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just like, man, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty
it's probably the coolest aspect of it. It's the gulag.
Yeah, I would say it is. I think my issue with it though is that I think there's too much going on at once, and I'm saying that in the way of like, if matches felt like they lasted longer, I think I'm down with it, but it's so fast paced when you die.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like that's my problem with the pacing right now, which is just because I'm used to like, oh, I fucked up, I'm out.
Right.
No, I fucked up, and suddenly like I might wait around a little bit or whatever. Like it turns into it goes from being a battle royale to like a one-on-one kind of thing very quickly. And those are two different types of ways of playing, right?
I didn't win like a single one of those matches until like my 20th, and now I've won like a bunch in a row.
Yeah.
But like I was so bad at it first. I was like, I'm horrible at this.
I won the first one, and I haven't won one since.
Yeah.
So is that all you've been playing?
That and Plague Inc. on my phone because I figured it was appropriate for the pandemic. I beat every disease using normal difficulty, and the only one I won on brutal difficulty was with a virus, so I thought that was fitting. That was so fucking loud.
Real loud.
Like, holy shit, that hurt my ears.
I can turn it down in post. I was curious I was curious how you guys were spending it. You have work and stuff. It's not like you're traveling. It's not like you can go out and do anything.
I mean, most evenings I still hang out with Sammy because she only hangs out with me and I only hang out with Sammy, so it's not really a big deal.
Right. You both live on your own.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And Ryan. So yeah, Ryan, what have you been up to then? Just
while
what?
Not doing much. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
There's this whole quarantine going around.
No, that's what I mean. Like, how are you?
I know.
Taylor, you were watching movies as well, right?
Yeah. Sammy maybe watched the 2 Sex and the City movies.
Holy shit! Not what I was expecting. You watched?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They made me pretty mad a lot of the time because the characters did really stupid things or were being massive hypocrites. So I'd pause the movie every like 20 minutes and yell at the screen being like, this person can't exist. They can't both be the bigger and more mature person and the most immature person possible at the same time. These people, this can't be a single individual. I
had a feeling that because I saw maybe the first 10 minutes of one that was on TV once. And I had a feeling that it might make more sense if you watch the show, probably, where you understand who the characters are.
Yeah, Sammy was explaining all the characters and stuff, so that helped. It would have made a lot more. It would have been horrible had I not had that.
I can't believe that's what you're watching. You watched both. You must.
Like, she just put them on, and I just sat there and complained, so it's fine. Is
that all you've watched this week?
No, fuck. What did we watch last night? Why am I blanking? We watched 2 movies last night.
I don't
You guys can
remember.
keep talking. I can just keep thinking. I don't remember.
Ryan,
What it was.
what about you?
I watched Hereditary.
Yo,
Yo.
our friend Hannah, Stewart, she didn't watch Hereditary, but she said she just watched Midsummer.
Yeah, I watched Midsummer and then I watched Hereditary.
Okay, how'd you like it?
They're cool. They're like modern horror.
It seems weirdly like a You kind of thing.
Yeah, it
seems like
weird.
I mean, in the way of like, it seems like something you'd be into, but I can't explain why. 'Cause
Yeah, I can't explain it either. It's
Yeah,
just like real. It's real fear. It's not
they're
like, oh,
real
there's a ghost
disturbing.
or there's a zombie. It's like, it feels like stuff that could actually happen to you, I guess.
yeah, which is I think why it's so creepy.
Yeah.
It's not.
Especially
I
Midsummer,
don't
but-
even want to say creepy. It's off-putting.
Yeah, it's real off-putting. I felt it's just like both movies, Hereditary and Midsummer. You feel off-put throughout the whole thing. You
Now,
just feel on it.
Hereditary. Does Hereditary have paranormal aspects to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is where like gets weird, but
Right, because wait, does Midsummer?
no. But
I didn't
kind of.
think it did.
It's like
'Cause-
very low.
Right,
Spirit, like whatever. What did you say?
because I
Whatever you
watched a
said.
bunch. I haven't seen either of his movies. I've watched.
Really?
Yeah, well, I watched a bunch of his short films, which is why.
Your mic's cutting out a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
is it still?
No.
No. It did it once like 10 minutes ago and it just did it again now.
Okay, I wonder why it's doing that.
I don't think you'd like him. Midsummer's really gory, so I don't.
Yeah,
think you'd like
part of
that.
it is the gore is why I don't want.
Yeah,
Like I think I will at some point. Just the gore is I have to build up to it a little bit
yeah.
because I hate
Hereditary
gore.
has its moments where it's like, kind of gross.
Yeah,
but like
which I don't deal with.
you would
get squeamish.
scream. Yeah,
I remember I saw the movie.
You
Get
cut out again.
Did I? I
Yeah.
wonder.
You said
Right.
Hannah, and then it completely stopped.
I'm wondering if it's like if it's either. I'm gonna quickly check the settings of Discord.
Go for it. If we're cutting this out, are we cutting this segment out while you're checking settings?
No. Well, I mean, we can
Okay.
keep talking. I'm just gonna check if there's a
Okay.
auto determine input sensitivity. That's probably fine. I just want to see if there's a thing going on here that I should get rid of. Whatever. I think
I tried
it
to check
might.
to see if I could see what I watched last night on
I'm just gonna cut out that
Netflix,
part of
but it doesn't show me what I watched. I was hoping there was a history.
Well,
I'm just too dumb to remember.
you may have sent in the group chat or something. I can't remember. Wait, so what was it? You were joining Bill after. Did you watch something today?
Yeah, the second Sex and the City.
Oh, that was today.
Yeah, the other one was
God,
last. The
okay.
first one was like last night. Then we watched the second movie that I'm completely blanking on. I
But not
even though
that- but
I don't know how I can't remember. It was the last thing I did before I went to bed.
God, yeah, that sounds horrible. But yeah, back to Hereditary. Legit though, I think as much Hereditary, Midsummer, those movies.
You're cutting out again, eh?
Taylor, you just remembered La La Land.
Yeah, so it was La La Land. I really like La La Land.
Yep.
Sammy seemed pretty indifferent towards it, and when I asked her what she thought, she said, "I don't understand the point of the movie." So
She fucking okay. Never mind, we'll move on.
well, because she was like, "Well, they didn't get together in the end." So
You mentioned 3 movies so far, and that's the one she didn't understand the point of.
nice spoiler.
Yep. Don't worry, I explained it, but like,
All right,
she still didn't care that much.
that frustrates me.
I know, because I know you like that movie.
I
also
like
really
all of
like
his
it.
movies, and I think
Yeah.
they all share the same reasoning and meaning. And
Yeah.
I think if you watch them together,
What do you
get a-
think the reasons of the movie is?
I think his all 3 of his movies. I think there's 3. There's what, Whiplash, La La Land, and First Man. I think those first 3. Damien Chazelle.
I know Whiplash.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
It's good. But after I finished it, we talked about this on another episode. It was one of the ones that it's like maybe episode 3. No, it was episode 4. Maybe it's 3. No, it was 4. It was definitely 4. I talked about it a little bit then, but these movies very much deal with kind of balancing your dreams and your life
Yeah.
and what you're willing to give up in order to accomplish your dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is literally the kind of the theme of all three of those movies, right?
Yeah.
Where their personal lives end up losing a lot because of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
Oh, now I want to watch Whiplash. I haven't seen it in a while.
yeah, I've been watching a couple of years probably now.
I'll just
Me
shove it
neither.
in front of Sammy's face, and now she can watch it too, and she can understand the struggle. If she doesn't like that movie, I'll just break up with her. So don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, she has, yeah, I guess it's best 2 out of 3. She has to like First Man and Whiplash.
Whiplash is not on Netflix. Rip in peace.
I was gonna
I've
say-
been renting a lot on Google.
Oh yeah, are you spending? That's the thing. Have you guys been spending more money or less?
Less
That's money
way
Okay, me
less.
because I don't have anything to do. Spend it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I impulse buy
I was
food
wondering-
while I'm out and about. So
I was wondering if like
do that.
being home, like if you guys were like, I'm like bored at the end of the day because I've been cooped up in the same place
Hmm.
Right.
for literally 24/7. That if you're like, okay, I need to buy more entertainment, so you've been renting movies.
Yeah, well, I use my Google like survey money.
Oh, that covers it.
Yeah, they're usually like for 4K. They're usually like $7 for the
So
rental.
how much are you getting off of surveys?
I get a decent amount. I don't spend them on like anything but surveys. I bought
Oh.
Disney Plus with it, but
So say total, I think I have like $80 or something that I've gotten from it.
Yeah, you've had it longer. I've had it for almost a year now. It'll be a
Yeah.
year in like May, I
You
think.
probably have like $20 or something then, don't you?
I think 25. I think it's
Yeah,
just
there you go.
25.
well, it's good for a few movie rentals. You
For
know?
me, that gets spent on a Google Drive space.
Did you guys know on iPhone that sends the money straight to your PayPal every $2 you earn?
That was sorry, what?
What?
Like I have the surveys on my iPhone.
Yep.
It doesn't give you surveys as frequently, but every
Oh.
$2 that you earn, like total,
Right.
it
goes
sends it to your
PayPal.
PayPal straight.
Mm.
So
Cool.
now I don't get them as
That makes
often.
sense.
So it's like I can use it for more, but I don't get nearly as many.
But yeah, I know my only 2 days stuck completely at home are today and yesterday.
Hmm.
And so Ryan and I think have been doing the same thing, just playing a bunch of Animal Crossing.
That's all I've been doing the past since it came out.
So Ryan and I have been doing that.
Shauna,
Oh yeah, and Shauna,
Loves
your
it.
girlfriend.
Shane?
yep.
So have you been
Shane.
finding it?
She knew. Great. I never played any of the other ones, but I've always heard
neither.
good things. So, I've been
Yeah.
following it since that something. There was like a direct or something.
Like an E3 direct or the
Yeah.
recent direct?
Maybe
There's a direct.
Maybe an
There was a
E3 one.
direct about a month beforehand in like February.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah. It was kind of that one where it, like kicked it off.
Yeah.
I
I was a
getting
little
surrounded
nervous
by
up
hype.
with that one because it looked like you're going to be in a tent the whole time. Which once you play,
Yeah.
you realize like that's your first day. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. I'm just having fun. Even when I complete all like my daily tasks and there's like nothing left to actually do for the day, I'm like going to islands. I'm just fishing. I'm just like
And that's-
redecorating stuff.
And that's where we're in very different points right now because
Yeah.
what I start doing, knowing that I'm still like, I'm in order to get to work every day now, I'm walking for an hour and then walking back for an hour.
Right.
And so, is it a cheetah?
Yeah, it is.
Did anyone say cheetah? I don't think
Nope.
so. No.
Nope.
Okay.
Right.
That's that.
Figured I'd get that out of the way.
See, do you guys remember? I chose hippo. Do you guys remember what you chose?
I was zebra.
Zebra.
I was lying.
Okay. Well, there we go. Bill wanted to know. But yeah, I start cheating in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
You fuck
Which
you.
I was
What?
super adamant against it until I realized, like, oh, there's less to do per day than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it would be that it would be a game I would fall out of because there was too much to do per day and I wouldn't be able to stick with it. But having like 2 days in a row now where I had nothing that I had to get done, it's like, okay, I could easily play for 8 hours and there's not enough to do for that.
Yeah.
And so I
Uh,
start fucking skipping around.
I just really don't want the in-game time to be different than my time.
It stays the same. It reads off of your switches things. So if I set it to what's today, the 21st, 22nd,
Yeah. 22nd.
I could set it to the 23rd and then set it back to the 22nd, and it doesn't. It doesn't
Oh.
fuck it.
Well, I don't want to.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're home a lot more, and
Yeah, it is nice just to, because I'm just like resource farming basically. Just going to islands, getting like, I like clear cut all the trees and like get everything and then leave.
Clear cutting is fucking awful for the environment.
Well, I go to these islands and I just clear cut the fuck out of them. And
well,
then I
that
leave.
is something. Man, we're laughing at it because we arrived there and like,
It
my
is funny, yeah.
Going around to the different islands and seeing like, okay, everywhere is this guy Tom Nook that runs everything. So you arrive on the island and you arrive through like maybe it's Tom Nook's airline or he runs all this
Dodo
shit.
airline.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his relationship is to them, but there's this thing called Nook Miles, and you can redeem tickets to places that work through the airline, and so he has to have some kind of hookup with them. Everything you do is through him.
Right.
Everything you buy is through him. Literally every store is his. So he has a monopoly on money pretty much in this thing.
Mm.
Oh my
And
god.
The phone
money
you're using is his?
circulates. Yeah, he gives you a phone that is a Nook
He's
phone.
made his own money and his own economy basically.
Yeah, pretty much he made up what the money is, and it just circles. And so it's like, okay, if I make 100,000 bells off of selling like fucking apples to him, what are they doing with those things?
Yeah.
And then you'll fly off to someone else's island and you'll meet the same people there, the same Tom Nook and his sons, and they'll arrive and they'll act like they've never met you before. But it's the
I
exact
got
same
it.
people.
I've got it. You guys watched Oblivion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See Tom Cruise to Oblivion. Bunch of clones.
I don't-
They're all in different
I think what's
segments of the
happening-
Earth.
I think he's traveling around. Ryan and I had the theory that he bought up all these islands, and he's just because it's very cultish,
Right.
the whole thing. That's another thing is when you're picking up other islanders to come over. Often we found that they'll be like, "Oh man, I wish I could live on a deserted island for forever." And those are actual things they'll say. It's like, "Oh, that's disturbing and weird." And so they're getting a bunch of people there. We think what's happening is, yeah, he bought all of these islands on the cheap, and he's kind of forming a little bit of a culty thing going on. And like, the only people you can call are other people with his exact cell phones on his network.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's like it's like a North Korea if it was spread out a bit more.
Kind of, yeah.
Basically.
And he's in charge of everything, and he doesn't want people to clue into this shit. So if you go to another island, that's why he acts like he's never met you before.
Mm.
He's just kind of.
I can't tell if I'm in a pyramid scheme or something.
It kind of feels like that, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it.
And do you also notice that everything they need done in the city, it's like, oh, they rely on you to do the work.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll actually construct it, but we need you to find all the resources and buy everything. It never is him paying for it, even though it's his money, right?
Mm.
And so yeah, I just got a message. We have a theory that what's happening right now is because his money means nothing. It's a made up currency. He bought all these islands on the cheap. He's getting us to build all this housing, and then we didn't sign anything. There's no actual money involved. We don't own anything. It's just all through him. That he'll just evict everyone at once and start selling it to people because now it's usable land.
Shit, dude. Final boss fight.
And I don't know how the other games went, but it is very confusing.
Probably similar. Probably something similar.
It's the other funny thing as well, though, is I think because it's the island theme, is you see him in like a Hawaiian shirt and he's got a big stomach,
Yeah.
and he's like, he'll go into his office. It's like he's playing golf in there. He's drinking beer or something.
Yeah.
Well, people are out doing shit.
I love that.
I'm enjoying it a lot, though. I didn't expect I would as much as I am.
Right.
Like after we're done recording this, I'm going back to playing it probably.
Me too, probably.
Yeah, do you want to?
Even though I have nothing to do.
Do you want to meet up in it and?
Yeah, I'll sell some stuff on your island.
Sure. Mine's very progressed because of the fucking around with time.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. But I have
Like
stores
Stone
and stuff
Age.
you can buy from if you want.
Right.
But then you could stream it if you want. Just
Oh,
think
yeah.
about that now.
Hmm.
If you want to do that, you could.
Interesting. Maybe we will. Maybe we will set that up.
Yeah, maybe a good idea. But yeah, Taylor, have you had any interest in it from what you've heard?
I know nothing about the game.
Well, we've been explaining some stuff, mostly Tom Nook.
I know about as much as you guys have said. I didn't bother looking it up just because I don't have a Switch. And I don't really want to buy one.
Sure.
So
because it costs money.
I just didn't really bother learning about it.
How much are you interested in a Switch?
Not very.
Not very.
Nah.
That's fair.
I don't know. I have my Xbox, PS4, and PC.
I forgot you do have.
You know what I mean? Like,
consoles,
if
right?
I really shouldn't spend more money on consoles. You know, that's not the limiting factor here. Like,
Sure.
I have a million other games I could have played that I didn't get to play in the past 2 years because
Because of
tendonitis.
your wrists.
So yeah, if I'm gonna spend money, it's gonna be it. Or I also just have games I never beat. Like, I got God of War right as I got tendonitis.
Right.
So I played it for like a couple hours.
That's
Like-
another one you should do, Ryan. Oh no, you started playing God of War already, didn't you?
I started playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, I bought God of War though.
Yeah, you bought it. You should do that one.
Mm.
Um,
I'm like halfway
And-
through, I think.
halfway through Horizon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't started God of War.
you should do both of those.
Hmm.
You should just pretty much look at all of Sony's exclusives from the past few years and just go through those, get them out of the way. Because pretty much you were just playing on your computer with Overwatch or on your Switch with Smash.
Yeah.
Um,
And everyone knows I got a streamer personality.
also, I'm just thinking of something now. We'll get to it at the end of the episode. What I was thinking of. But yeah, how are you guys feeling like cabin fever? Cabin fever yet?
Shauna was
that?
feeling it like the second day.
Yeah, I mean, it came
Yeah.
up pretty quickly. Did you
No.
ask what it was, Taylor?
No, I know. I was just fucking with you. Yeah, like the second and third day I was. Now I'm kind of just like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Animal
Yeah.
Crossing made it easier.
Animal, it did, but I think it's because we're all communicating back and forth with each other
Yeah,
and
that
visiting
too.
each other and getting shit
Yeah.
done. Like we feel
My
trapped.
ass hurts a lot because of all the sitting I'm doing now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like right now my butt hurts.
Yeah, I
sitting
found
here
I've
'cause
had
I was-
I've had like pent up energy.
Yeah.
I've had to
That's
like do
why-
jumping jacks or something.
I've been walking to work. It is the one nice thing of
Yeah.
like traveling over there. Though it was awful the other day. I walked over and it was pouring rain and wind outside.
Yeah.
That was a horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, my jeans were soaked through. My shoes and my socks were completely soaked. Like that was bad. Oh, actually, I have a story for you guys. Actually, now that I'm realizing it. So because of that, I get to work. This was Friday, and like I had to switch shoes. Luckily, I keep an extra 2 pairs there, in case something like this happens. But I couldn't have socks on underneath because they were soaked through, right? And so wearing them, I start to get blisters. It's like, okay, well, I have to walk back home in wet socks and with feet that have blisters on them now. And so I thought, okay, I'm just going to go halfway. I'm going to bus across the bridge. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And just not touch anything at all. What ended up happening was walking walking towards the bridge. There was this homeless dude. I assume he's homeless. He was out going car to car, like asking for money.
You killed him, didn't you?
And so I was walking and realized like, oh, I think this jacket I'm wearing has some change left over in it. I'll just like took that out and I went back, found him, gave it to him, and he was very touched by it and stuck his fist out to fist bump me.
Yeah.
And I had a moment of I thought he was coming to shake my hand. I was about to say like, oh no, I can't do that right now. But it was a fist bump.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, that's like 10% of the germs apparently can pass over.
Yeah.
God.
So I was like, I had a quick moment of hesitation, but I was like, okay, I have to do it right now because I waited too long.
Right.
And I didn't want to insult him because like dude was kind of scuzzy.
Right.
And then he asks if I want to hear a joke he's been working on.
Oh.
And I'm thinking like, I don't have any, I kind of
Yeah.
have to get going, but I'm not in an actual rush. But this is also the first social interaction I've had in about 10 days.
Oh,
So I was like,
no.
oh, sure, go for it. And he told me, and he was kind of rushing through it, but it still took him like 2 or 3 minutes to get through the joke. And it got to the end, and I did not understand the joke at all, but I had to pretend that like I found it funny. And then he was asking me if I liked it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But God, I was feeling so bad for him because it was like, okay, this dude is homeless.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of this virus thing going on right now. and he might also be like a failed stand-up comedian. I couldn't tell.
Ah.
He was trying to.
That's why you don't
he
go
was
into
like he was
stand-up,
trying to tell a
guys.
stand-up joke to me, but because it was long. It was so fucking long. It was like a legit 2 or 3 minute thing. Like it was a monologue that he gave me.
You could have
Um,
also just like right in the middle of his explanation, just like while you're going, yep, yep.
I didn't want to be rude.
Just walk. No, I know
And
that would
it's
have
all
been very
open
rude.
space. Oh my god! God, it would have been so bad. But yeah, and then he stuck his fist out again to fist bump me, and I thought like I can't draw the line right now of like
Should have slapped him.
like I did it the first time I fist bumped him. I have to do
You
it the
slapped
second
him the
time,
first
'cause now it can't be like no, like I'm not doing it again. Because of sanitary reasons. And so the whole way back home, I had my hand lifted away from me
Oh my god.
as to not risk anything.
Actually, I've been feeling that when I go outside with like my gloves and I touch
Yeah.
like door handles and shit. I'm like taking my
I'm
gloves
very
off and I'm
aware.
like, can I even?
I get to work on my way to work. I leave and I will touch the front door and my phone. Those are the two things that I touch before I get to work. Right.
Yeah.
When I get to work, I will touch the door handles. It's like, okay, from there on, it's like I cannot touch anything else. My hands are away from me until I can wash them. Like I was already a bit of a like germaphobe a little bit.
Yeah.
And so now with all this stuff, like my hand, have you guys had your hands getting dried out?
I started lotioning. I lotioned mine this morning.
I have to buy
was gonna
some.
say,
Mine have gotten
I
a
always
little bit
lotion my
better.
hands,
I think
so-
they've adjusted to it because like I've never had an issue with dry hands ever.
Mm.
Yeah.
But there's still like I can feel the backs of them are getting pretty bad.
Yeah. The backs of my hands always get dry, so I always have to lotion them. So I already do that, so it didn't really make much of a difference.
Right.
Mine were getting very dry.
Yeah.
So I
Also,
had to-
since I work at home, I don't wash my hands 20 times a day. Probably just like
Right.
5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like I'm probably washing them every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy
No.
shit, Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
I'm
at work, right,
probably like twice as often as I do now, or I used to, I guess,
Right.
Yeah, me too.
which is still not that much. I mean,
So how long do you think we're going to be stuck in this exact kind of situation? Do you think?
well, my work is still closed for 2 more weeks, so I can't go back for at least 2. But where the cases are still growing, I can't see a justification for going back to work until it starts declining.
Yeah.
You know, or at least if it levels off and doesn't increase for a couple days, because you can't know. Like it keeps increasing day by day, right? Meaning
Yeah.
there's more people who didn't realize they came in contact with somebody. So until it levels off
Well, if
at bare
people had been
minimum, you
taking
can't
it
know
more
who's coming in
seriously,
contact
it
with
would have
people.
been like that's what pisses me off about people not taking it seriously is
Yeah.
people have already lost jobs. There's already a
Yeah.
bunch of people laid off. And so
Yeah.
if you're some asshole who is getting paid to not work and you're not taking it seriously, you're making
Yeah.
it so some people are losing even more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like someone
for sure.
you could be directly making someone go bankrupt.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, what was it? I saw an article that said 500,000, I think it was, or maybe 550,000 applications for EI have come in so far.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, the percentage
that's
of people expected
lot.
to get I was thinking the other day about the percentage of people expected to get infected,
Yeah.
like is really fucking high. I thought it was going to be like, from Bill mentioned something like 50% of people, and I thought like,
No.
oh, that seems too high. But the estimates I've seen are 30 to 70.
That can't be right because from who?
What do you mean?
Scientists.
No, I
Yeah,
mean
pretty
like
much scientists.
I mean China, where the outbreak happened, had a 0.06.
Right, but I think
infection
part of
rate.
it
How
as
can we
well
get
is that
30 to
it's not
70?
going to go away, even if it hit that. Like we're not going to get that nobody has it for a long time, if ever, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because a vaccine, even if it was developed now, you have to do something like 14 months of testing on someone, human testing,
Yeah.
before you put it out there and possibly kill everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
And so if there's no actual cure yet and there's no vaccine for it, then the only way for it to slow down spreading is either like no one doing anything, which can only last
Yeah.
so long, or the majority becoming immune to it. But in order for the majority to become immune, the majority have to get it.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked about the 30 to 70 is because I saw posts that were just fake that were saying 30 to 70. So that's why I'm curious if that's what he was
I'll look it
doing.
up because I saw it. I actually know where my phone is.
I think 3 months. This situation, 3 months.
Yeah, I could see that. Which
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm.
Because like even if it starts going down and we all go back to normal, it's if you can't go back to normal right away.
Well, that's what I mean is everyone can go back to normal. Just if we level off and there's no new cases for 2 weeks, that means everyone who needs to be in a hospital and isolated is. So there's no reason other people can't go back to what they were doing.
But
Now you can't immediately start up
Yeah.
travel again. But
I
as far
mean,
as people
you
going to
say
work-
that, but not everyone shows symptoms.
He's saying wait for
Okay.
2 weeks.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, but
that-
not everyone shows.
Oh yeah,
symptoms.
yeah. Also that.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Like
Some people can be carriers but not get
Yeah, I
like
suppose
sick.
that's true.
yeah, or like it might hit them so mildly that like
Yeah.
it varies a lot with it, right? I don't
That's
think,
true.
and the idea of like what you're saying there, it's like okay, sure, but in every country,
Oh no, definitely.
right? And so then it ends up being a thing of like, okay, eventually it's gonna come back again anyway.
hmm
Yeah, let me see percentage.
Do you know it'd be fucked if there's something in the vaccine that like evolved us all, and then everyone in the world took it, and then we all
Just
evolved.
dies.
We all evolved.
Oh, we all get superpowers.
We all get something
Yeah.
from the vaccine.
Yeah, we all get a third eye, but then our hearing stops.
And then all the anti-vaxxers will like die off because they didn't evolve with us. And then it's like,
No, or they'll live because we'll all die off because they didn't take the vaccine.
no, but the vaccine didn't kill us. It just
No, I know,
evolved
I'm
us.
talking about alternative realities. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
so a study on Forbes just said 17.9% of people with COVID had no symptoms.
Oh, interesting.
That
Okay.
was as of 4 days ago. They said that. I'm trying to find the 30 to 70% thing.
I don't trust Ford.
Excuse me.
Ford.
Ford put out a study.
Ford. Yeah.
Yeah, like a third eye or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
Better hearing.
Um,
Or bigger lungs. They just give us bigger lungs because they're trying to like combat the symptoms, you know?
I was reading something, but I don't even know where to look now for that because it's not like you can just Google something now and find the exact article by using keywords because literally every second there's a new article up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I have Google Alert for COVID-19 and it's blowing up right now.
oh yeah,
No, that was a joke.
I was gonna
There'd
say,
be
that's
fucking
have you
thousands.
ever used Google Alert for anything?
No, I think my mom has one set up for all of us.
So Taylor, one of them is the Globe and Mail was reporting on that.
Okay.
30 to 70%.
Welcome to
The person who said that was health minister, Canadian health minister.
Hmm.
Between 30 and 70% of Canadians could become infected.
Okay, but is that a prediction for how many people will get, or is he saying if nobody does anything, we could get 30 to 70%?
It's a
So those
she,
are completely different.
you,
or, okay, she.
You-
That's what I mean.
asshole.
Those are, one of those being a prediction, one of them is saying this will happen if nobody self-isolates are completely different things.
There are a range of estimates, but I would say that it's safe to assume that it could be between 30 and 70. I mean, they're saying could because they don't know. You can't say it will be. 30% of the population that could acquire it and 70% of the population. I'm guessing that's why there's such a big difference is depending on how.
I mean, that still just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's declining, no new cases in China, and they didn't even get 1%. They weren't even close to 1%.
Right. But that's why the reason is because people will have to go back to work.
Yeah. Maybe.
Unless you keep everyone self-isolated for a year and a half, then it will go back up again. It's going to be...
No, I know, but I mean, that's what I mean, though. But China didn't self-isolate for a year and a half, and they're declining cases. They
it
no longer
declined.
have-
It will go back up because they'll have to come out of it. They won't hit zero. You can't hit zero.
Well, you can definitely hit zero. There's plenty of diseases that don't exist anymore.
And they'll
because
spend the
everyone-
next year and a half with nothing traveling back and forth, no new case.
I don't know. I just know it's been declining for like a week now.
Yeah, but even if it declines, like it will go back up. Like
Sorry, it's been no new cases, not declining new cases. Like the
That's what I
number
mean.
of cases.
That's what I
has been
mean, though,
declining.
is no new cases because of everyone doing this, but you can't
Yeah.
just wait it out and then know for sure because you don't know. Like when they're talking about those are reported cases, those aren't people that have it. Those are people that went in and got tested and know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you can't test every person.
Sure.
And so there will be cases out there. If about 18% of people don't show symptoms, there will be cases out there.
Right, but they don't show symptoms. It doesn't mean they don't get better. It's not like you
Right.
walk around with it forever.
I'm not
and I
saying
show no
30 to
symptoms.
70% of people will die. I'm saying 30 to 70% of people will get it. That seems
I don't know. That just seems like an insane number to me. I don't think that'll happen. That doesn't make any sense.
that I don't know. That's what they're saying. And if there's no, it's not like the flu where the flu has a vaccine.
Right.
The flu, like, and it's not as contagious. The flu.
Yeah, but we don't take vaccines here. Not on the Fancy Wolf podcast.
Sure. But yeah, because that estimate also, it's not like it's saying soon. They'll be covering probably the next year and a half or 2 years is when they're saying that.
Ryan, do you think you can beat up the COVID if it comes into your house?
And the other thing I was seeing is that also, in order for any of this to work, is you can't just self-isolate for 2 or 3 weeks and it goes away.
Right.
Like I've seen studies and they're saying like you need to do that every couple of months.
Right. For
Yeah, I'm ready
And
to
that's what I'm talking
hunker
about. Of it's going to go up and down. Like it won't hit zero. They're like, is China going to do that and then spend the next year and a half like quarantined from the rest of the world itself?
I mean, they kind of already do. It's China.
But they don't because everyone had to cut off a bunch of ties to them. That really fucked things up.
Yeah. Yeah. I was more bashing their like media control and like how the like newspapers can't do anything and
Sure.
there's censorship everywhere. They're already cut off from the world.
I feel like there's I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens because yeah, we'll be waiting a long time on a like it's fucking weird. It's weird talking about it when it's still like we know we're early on in it.
Is there a dog in your place right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I heard. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been-
back and forth.
I've been drinking a bunch of lighter fluid to combat the virus.
Ryan, you kind of look like a
Because-
librarian right now.
Thanks. Because once it gets to my lungs, all the lighter fluid will kind of make it lighter.
You're inhaling lighter
Lighter
fluid. I thought
fluid?
you said you drink
Yeah, I've been-
lighter fluid.
Well, I inhale it, I like breathe a big old thing in, and then I'll chug a bit,
The
just so it
You
can't
vaping
survive in
lighter
me.
fluid.
how long do you think you guys can work from home? Ryan probably
I
indefinitely.
mean, I
I'm indefinite.
technically can work as long as my employer gives me tasks, which they have to. So
Sure. But do you think that eventually if everyone in that chain of command, do you think there will be indefinite tasks?
Well, I'm hired based on a contract that doesn't stop for a few more years.
Sure.
So
Wasn't
they
supposed
have
to stop.
no, like it. They have to. The government has to pay my company, and the company has to spend that money.
Ah.
So they could lay me off if they wanted, and then not spend the money they're legally supposed to if they wanted.
Well, is
or they
there
could not.
anything in your contract that says like
I don't
like
know,
the-
but I doubt it. Like I didn't read it that closely, but I'm pretty sure
Can
I
you
would have
just
noticed something.
read us? We'll put the contract on the screen right now.
Yeah,
we'll go through it.
now. No, I basically, long story short, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have indefinite work. It'll be boring as hell,
Yeah.
but I'll have work because like my work isn't very engaging.
I
'cause
hate
can't
working
do any
from
of
home.
my.
yeah,
I can't do
don't
my
like
actual
the idea of it.
projects.
I've only done it on things that are not my full on job. They're like side stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like I like having a separation, I think.
And Sean is so fucking annoying, always yapping in my ear.
Actually, Libby does meow at me a lot now that I'm home
Yeah.
because she wants to sit on my lap, which she can't do on my desk, or sit on my keyboard while I'm working.
Right.
So she'll just meow at me a ton and try to jump up on the desk. So the bastard.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens.
Pretty wild.
What do you think? When do you think the next time we'll see each other in person is?
Not that long. You're still allowed to see each other. Even now,
You
we could.
shouldn't be.
Right. But like, I mean, when the state of emergency stops, whenever that happens, I'm sure we could hang out.
Sure. I guess, but at the same time, I think it'll become they'll have to have some stuff in place because they want to avoid that exact thing happening of everyone
Right.
at once being like, okay, now I can go back to
now it's over.
Yeah.
hanging
yeah.
out with people. When do you think the next time you'll drink at a bar is?
Oh my god.
I mean, I already didn't do that a lot, so probably like 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it could easily be longer than that.
I think
Really?
we might not till we're like 1 to 2 months at least.
See,
And even
what
then,
they
it
could
would be like a small thing.
They could just like anyone who shows symptoms,
Oh
you know,
my gosh.
and then we just eradicate it. You know,
Wow. Except
think,
for the, again, 18-ish% of people that don't show symptoms.
see exactly, but you know
It's
the
not
problem.
gonna have to go.
You shoot
Yes.
whoever has symptoms and their loved ones because they probably could be carried.
Anyone who's made contact with them.
You know who I bet isn't suffering too much? North Korea. Maybe we should learn from their models.
I wonder if
Got the
they're.
fucking god rays behind me right now. Do you see how bright this is?
Yeah, it is
These are
extremely
just
bright.
white. The I was lifting this can up and like look at the light streaks that show up because
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Should raise my blinds actually. The sun is right there, like right on.
I have it behind me. I thought it wouldn't be a bad thing, but I was wondering if I could get it.
Oh, and for anyone who's noticed the Easter egg, yes, that is the normal set behind us because this is my living room.
Oh, yeah.
That is the Fancy Wolf important business TV.
My white balance is a bit screwed up.
I was also realizing just
Look
now.
at Ryan, Cameron. Look at Ryan. He looks like a mess.
This is good. Guys,
Take off your glasses.
I gotta go to the light.
Brian, take off your glasses because your face and your body were just white. And look back at the sun.
Really?
I want to see if you just look like. Open your eyes really wide. That looks so creepy.
Really?
Yeah. Did you guys see the movie Lighthouse?
No.
No, that's another one.
Ryan looks like he's in front of a fucking lighthouse right now. Getting
There will be a
blasted
moment
by
in the
it.
movie that reminds you of that if you see it, and it will be very obvious which moment it is.
in my eyes.
Is it the moment where Willem Dafoe gets a handy from whoever the other male character is?
Yeah, that
The
part.
Twilight guy.
The Twilight.
Yeah, even the man. I'm curious to see how everything pans out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, we're lucky, we got Animal Crossing right now, but like, God,
Yeah.
so many gonna get delayed.
That's why I'm not skipping too, because I'm like going for the long haul. I guess you're
I
only
have-
skipping like a couple.
I know I have a ton of stuff I can go back and play, but also at
Yeah.
the same time, if games stop coming out, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble already.
Oh, Cameron, my conspiracy theory was that Activision created the coronavirus to force people inside to buy their battle pass for the new COD.
People had nothing better to do. May as well try a
Yeah,
free thing.
they probably, honestly, their sales are probably higher. Like, let's be real.
100%. I think
Like-
Animal Crossing sales are
Yeah,
definitely-
we were talking about
I
that.
think.
Animal Crossing came out at the very right time.
Yeah,
Well, wait, it
the perfect
started
game to
in.
come out at this time.
Yeah.
Didn't it start in like China? Where's like Nintendo based? Like Japan? That's kind of
Japan.
close.
Sure,
You know?
sure, okay.
Sure.
They just lobbed that biological warfare right over the. River.
I feel like they're not
River.
that closely related. Those two places. I don't feel like there's any ties besides they're both in Asia.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
It's kind of like saying that Mexico or what is Jamaica? Is Jamaica part of North America?
No,
No, that's South America.
I mean,
No.
I guess it's like Central America, unless you don't count that.
I don't really know.
Is it really?
I feel like
Where's
it's
Jamaica.
I mean, Central America isn't like a legit thing, but it's like a name they have, isn't it?
I'm just going to look up North America.
Caribbean.
North
don't
American
know.
countries. Yeah, Jamaica is part of North America.
Okay, so it is. I guess it would be.
Yeah, that's like saying Jamaica and Canada are closely related or something. Like, I don't think there's an
Nah.
actual tie there
Nah, I know what you're talking about.
more than the rest of the world.
That dog, shoot that dog. It's too loud.
Shoot
Yeah.
that dog.
I don't think they know I'm recording. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
but yeah.
Oh, other exciting news. During my first story, which was I bathed Libby, she punched me in the face while struggling.
Nice.
She stayed in the
Awesome.
water, and while trying to get out, just socked me right in the jaw.
No,
Make it all-
no scratches.
She doesn't have front claws.
Oh, you
I didn't declaw
declaw
her. No. I got her. She was front declawed before I got her.
I forgot. You guys can probably hear me scratching my leg with this thing.
I couldn't, but
You can't hear this?
oh, I hear
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just, it's a wooden postcard I got as a gift that I was just tapping against my leg and just rubbing it back and forth
Yeah.
like that.
No, if Libby had full claws, I would be demolished right now. She was thrashing a lot.
You're very lucky you have a pet during this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're the one with the dog there.
Yeah, it's not mine though.
Yeah. Whatever. Dog's a dog.
Yeah, it's not. It's not really though. Literally. Oh my god! I almost knocked that over. Like never right where I am.
Yeah. I mean, also Libby's a cat. I mean, she doesn't do that much. She's
Yeah.
a fat, lazy cat.
But even she's your cat though, and even when I've been there, like a few times when I've crashed on your couch, I'll wake up and she's like sleeping on me or something.
Oh yeah, she's very cuddly.
She likes people.
Yeah,
So you have company and stuff like that.
that's true. That's
More
true.
here. Just in general.
Yeah. Also, she gives me attitude when I like don't feed her on her schedule or.
Oh yeah, and I keep forgetting who is it that's supposed to pitch something this week?
It's you.
That would be Yep.
Oh, fuck, is it really me?
I was first for
Fortnite.
Fortnite, and Ryan
Okay,
did
I
whatever
thought
he
of-
did.
I
Jammers.
thought of what it is. I don't
Jammers.
really know if
They didn't get in.
Do we want to move
You-
on to that, or do you guys want to keep going?
Yeah, let's move on to that. I got
if you pitch COVID-19, I'm gonna say no.
No. So
I
yeah,
would say
we're
yes.
now moving on to our last segment of our podcast, Fancy Wolves Hall of Fame, where each week someone brings a random thing to the table to pitch to the other two to try and get into our Hall of Fame. Just a bunch of stuff we like, or we think is good, stuff worthy to make it into Hall of Fame. I'm gonna go with social distancing. I feel like we spent a whole episode pitching on that one. I feel like, hey, if that's what's gonna save us, it's the
Oh
anti-
my god.
right now. We don't. I was gonna say vaccines, but those aren't helping us right now.
No.
Is that it? Is that the pitch?
Yeah, that's it. I feel like we spent the whole episode pitching it.
Right.
I guess technically. I mean, I guess given the circumstances, yeah.
Yeah,
Given
do you
the
want to be the person to say no, the person who's against it.
Yeah. I
You're
mean, I guess
bastard
I'd say
for it.
yes to that.
All right, it got him then. Ryan, are you adding it to the dog?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna be that guy.
Okay.
I mean, if you said no, it doesn't matter. It only needs 2 yeses and Cameron's and Otto.
Yeah, but even if I said no, I'd still be regarded as that guy.
Well, you already get regarded as that guy, so nothing to worry about.
Oh,
Well,
I don't
that's,
think I do.
That's the end of our episode then. That was episode 15 of our podcast. You can find us on streaming services for audio, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. You can also find us on YouTube. The easiest way to get to that is fancywolf.com. I've been your host, Cameron Kennedy. You can find me on Twitter at Cameron Ken. You can find Ryan
At Real Joke Master.
You can find Taylor at.
Taylor A. Robinson, that's my cat.
Okay. But until next time, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
And also with you.